Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now I hope you're all doing really well, and my name's Nima. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. Now today I have a pretty fun video idea, and I'm going to be going over things that I just don't buy anymore. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not claiming to be some kind of hardcore minimalist or anything along those lines, but something interesting happened since I started keeping tabs on my spending just a few years ago. It's made me much more mindful of where my money goes, and as a result of that, I've cut out some stuff that I just don't need anymore, or I've found smarter ways to spend my money on the things that I actually need. So I wanted to make a video explaining what those things are and why I do things the way that I do them. Now, I hope that you guys can get something out of this list of the things that I don't buy anymore, and maybe you can apply it to your daily lives. So guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Also, I'd love to hear in the comments from you too about things like what stuff have you stopped buying and what's your story behind it. Seriously, it could be for any reason under the sun. Feel free to write whatever you want, but alright, let's jump into this video. So guys, the first thing that I don't buy anymore is Starbucks coffee. All those daily coffee runs I used to do where I'd spend countless minutes waiting in the Starbucks drive-through line was honestly super insane now that I think back on it. I mean, I get it, those fancy drinks are delicious, but they can be a real budget killer. I mean, think about it. $5 to $6 drinks every day, or at least every other day, like $30 a week or adding up to $120 a month was just ridiculous. I ended up just buying a solid coffee maker and brewing my cup here at home. Now, the second thing that I don't buy anymore is unhealthy outside food. Now, don't get me wrong, I miss it at times. I'm from California, and saying no to In-N-Out was probably the toughest thing that I had to do, and I honestly just had to be real with myself. Those fast food takeout orders would really sneak up on hiking my monthly expenses higher and higher. And even worse, it's really not healthy at all. The convenience was a factor, of course, but when I learned to manage my time better, make meal preps in advance, and have food at home, it was honestly much easier to discipline myself when I knew that there was stuff in the fridge waiting for me. Now, the third thing that I stopped buying was bottled water. Now guys, I'd be lying to you if I said that I didn't buy this at least every once in a while when I'm absolutely forced to do so, but compared to how much I used to buy it in the past, it's been a night and day difference. And honestly, I feel at least a little bit better being environmentally conscientious about being a consumer of plastic bottles. It's bad for the environment, and instead, I just use my own Yeti bottle to fill up my water from the fridge. So definitely, that's a nice savings right there. Now, before I jump into the fourth thing that I stopped buying, I'd really appreciate it if you guys would just smash the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, as it really helps the channel grow and it allows me to continue making more videos for you guys. I really enjoy helping all of you learn, and I do believe helpful content should be free without charging for a course or anything like that. So please guys, smash the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow. Now, the fourth thing that I stopped buying was name brand products. So guys, listen, all my friends around me, they used to buy really fancy shoes, clothes, watches, and all that sort of stuff. Now granted, we all more or less were making the same amount of money, but it just never enticed me to sort of flaunt my money like that. It just felt like it was a waste, and so I just went with many generic or store brand items that are generally just as good, that would come out at least at a much friendlier price. From time to time, I might overspend on something of quality material, but for the most part, I save a lot of money finding bargain deals where I wouldn't have spent as much. Now, the fifth thing that I've stopped spending money on was an expensive gym membership. Now, I used to be a member at LA Fitness here in Southern California, which costed about $30 at the time. I then later switched to 24-hour fitness because it was like $6 cheaper, hence the name 24. Now, I'm not sure how much these gyms are actually costing people today, but I do believe the purpose of hitting the gym is simply just to work out, stay active, and be healthy. Now, there would be months where I wouldn't go to the gym and I would feel super guilty that I spent upwards of $30 a month for no reason. Now, some gyms allow you to freeze your account so that you aren't paying if you aren't going, but it still just felt like such a hassle to freeze and then unfreeze and then refreeze again. Ultimately, guys, I just joined a gym that didn't have all the bells and the whistles like a basketball court or a sauna or a pool. I just literally focused on only the weights. Now with the gym that I'm at, I only pay $8 a month, and if I ever miss a couple of months, I honestly don't feel that bad about losing $8. Now, the sixth thing that I don't spend money on is subscriptions. Honestly, at one point, I had a bunch of them, like Netflix, Apple Music, Amazon Prime. I literally took a day just to go through all the subscriptions that I had, just to see which ones I thought that I needed and that I didn't need. And I think in total, I had about 6 subscriptions that I could just cut out, so I eventually just basically got rid of all of them. Now, just based off of those subscriptions alone, I am now saving $120 every single month. Now, the seventh thing that I don't spend money on is impulsive purchases. You know those times when you're just strolling through the store and suddenly everything looks like a must-have item? Yeah, I don't do that anymore. It's all about discipline for me. So I just go to the store, know exactly what I have to buy, and I just stick with that. Sometimes it just helps to make a list if I have to, and I honestly just stick to it. My goal is just to keep my budget in check as much as possible. Now, the eighth thing that I don't spend money on anymore is haircuts, believe it or not. Now, I may be one of the lucky few because I have short hair, or at least I keep it that way, but I just cut my own hair now. I bought a $50 hair cutting set and just began practicing in my bathroom. I literally used like the side mirror and the main mirror just to kind of look from the back to see how I can actually go about practicing. And yes, I messed up a whole bunch of times at first, but I eventually learned the shape of my head and the style of cut that I wanted, and then I just kept doing it over and over again. Now, anytime that I messed up, I would just buzz it all the way down and I would start again from scratch when it regrew. Now, I've been almost doing this for about 15 years, and I cut it once a week. So right now it's growing a little bit back in, and you can tell that the fade is not there as much anymore, but I'm going to be cutting it again this weekend. Now, for those of you who are wondering how I do the back of my head, just as I mentioned, I pretty much just use the side mirror at this point, and because I've been doing it so often, it pretty much feels like muscle memory. And at this point, I've calculated how much I've been saving throughout the years, but more or less, I save about $30 to $40 every single cut. So if you add that up, it could be upwards of like $160 a month. Now, the ninth thing that I don't buy anymore is new or updated technology. Every time the new iPhone comes out, I don't buy it, mainly because there are hardly any major changes between the previous models, and why should I change anything that isn't broken or unusable just yet? I essentially just write it out as long as I can until I can't anymore. Now, the 10th item that I don't buy anymore is many pairs of shoes. Now, there's a lot of people who I know that do this, but realistically, how many pairs of shoes can one person honestly wear? I mean, seriously. I probably have 6 pairs of shoes in total that I've collected over the years, and I've just managed to upkeep them and clean them when they get dirty so that they last. Even for my dress shoes, I have those sole guards that you put underneath the shoe to help protect them from wearing down. The 11th item that I don't buy anymore is brand new cars. Now, I'm fortunate that since I'm currently a regional account manager for a medical device company, one of the perks of this job is that I have a company car. In fact, I haven't had to pay for gas or a car in the last 4+ years. But regardless, guys, even if I had my own personal car, I would just continue to ride out the current one until I couldn't any longer. Similar to my shoes, I would upkeep the car and take care of it as best as I could to avoid it breaking down at any point. I would increase the lifespan of the car this way as well. Now, new cars do lose their value as soon as you drive it off the lot. Even a used car honestly would probably provide you better value. Now, the 12th and last item that I don't buy anymore is new books. Books can be so much cheaper if you just buy a used one that may have some nicks and scratches, but the important part of the book is just what is inside of it itself, the content. The same new book that might cost $25 on Amazon could actually be found on Amazon for like $7 if it's used. In fact, all the books that I have right here, they're all pretty much used, but I bought the nicest, neatest ones that didn't run up my bill. And as you can see, they're still in decent condition and no one can really tell. Otherwise, I just learn from audiobooks on YouTube that are free, or I may go to the library to just rent one. Either way, it's a money saver for sure. So yeah, guys, there you have it. I thought this would be a pretty cool little fun idea for a video, but it's my 12 things that I don't buy anymore to save money. I think in total, with all of these things, I'm definitely saving at least $1,000 a month or so. And honestly, I'm not really losing much in the process either. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope that you learned something from it. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more financially minimalist videos, or if you have any ideas for future videos. Please just do me a huge favor and drop them in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you guys. And anyway, if you could smash the like button and subscribe, I'll see you guys in the next video.